I'd like to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. As promised, this is a show that we've been waiting on for about a month or so. We're going to be coming out of the city of Manila, Arkansas. As I mentioned some time back, that we had a situation to where there was a traffic stop that involved a young black female from Jonesboro, Arkansas, got roots here in Blythe, Arkansas. And so we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. And so you all govern yourselves. Go get you a cup of water, soda, coffee, or whatever your favorite beverage. And come on back and sit and join me. And we're going to go ahead and crank this show up for you, okay? Please understand that Testify is a podcast created with the intended purpose to share information with the communities. Any and all comments and expression are those of the guests and viewers and not the host of Testify. All right, I want to say welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tony Hollis Live Talk Show Testify. I want to make sure that I got everything hooked up. I think the last time we started, we didn't have anything going on, okay? And so we want to make sure right now that we got everything hooked up, because when we get started, I'm pretty sure you all gonna have questions, and hopefully we can answer your questions as we go, okay? But we want to make sure that we are live and ready to go, okay? That's what we want to do. And so you all just give me a minute, and I will make sure that we got everything, ready to go. All right. I've been rushing trying to come on, and it's just, I just can't ever get right when it comes to making sure that I get all this stuff ready. Okay, let me go over here to my YouTube page also, and to make sure that we're live there. And once I know that we're live there, then we'll be ready to go ahead and get started. All right. Okay. I want to make sure that we're ready. Okay. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping that we ready to go now. Again, I want to come to you, and I want to bring this show to the public in terms of what happened in the city of Manila, Arkansas. Again, we have a situation to where there was a young lady who was traveling from Jonesboro, Arkansas to Blythe, Arkansas to attend a birthday party. Upon traveling to Blythe, Arkansas, she was stopped, detained by a Manila police officer, to where one thing led to another, to where there was threats of arrest. There was some actions, unnecessary actions in terms of excessive force, somewhat manhandling this young lady, threatening to arrest her. She had 2 children, I believe, with her, and they was terrified. They sit and witness everything that was happening to their mom. And so got her on today, and we want to hear from her, let her tell her story in terms of, what was the things going on through her mind, as she experienced this terrible ordeal. Okay, and so we're going to let her tell her story. But first, I want to say that at the meeting last night, there was a meeting in Blytheville, Arkansas. Okay, it regards a situation to where there's a I'm trying to find my show. What I'm trying to do now. That's not it. I'm trying to find my show that I'm recording right now, and it seems like we got some problems here. But we're gonna go ahead anyway. And so if you missed this show, maybe you can go and watch it when we finish. But I'm gonna bring my guest on right now, and let her talk to you all for a minute or so. I say a minute or so, but until she get ready to close out on what she's talking about. But as far as the meeting that occurred last night at the Rich Civic Center, very hostile environment that was at the Rich Center. Overall, I just believe that it was a missed opportunity for all citizens of Blytheville to come together and to have a really respectful, civil conversation about whether we want to maintain the Blytheville mayor city council form of government. Do we wish to go to a new thing? That new thing being a new city management form of government. Okay. But it didn't go right last night. It's like I say, it's a very hostile environment. I didn't like what I saw or heard what I saw, but you be the judge. All right. So I want to make sure that I'm on. I don't see any comments. I don't see anybody reaching out saying anything, and so we may not be Facebook Live because I don't see anybody. If anybody out there, give me a hello, give me something, so we'll know that we are live. If not, then we're gonna go ahead and proceed, and perhaps you can watch this video later. Okay. So let me see if anything. Oh yes, we have a April the 15th. Michael Middlebrooks, he have another community meeting that's going to take place downtown on Ash Street, where he normally have his meetings at. Forget the address; it's not in my mind now. But he's going to have another meeting, I believe, on, I want to say October the 15th, I believe. For many of you who don't know, he is the founder of what is called Unity for Success. The next meeting will be 10/15/2025. Okay, downtown historic Black Business District, Ash Street. All right, so govern yourself to that date, October the 15th, 2025. Michael Middlebrooks, that is the founder of us, Unity for Success. He will have his meeting again on that particular date. Okay. All right. Well, we got that out of the way. I don't think there's any other announcements that I have to announce. But again, for those of you who was at the meeting last night, where they were discussing the city manager versus a mayoral city council form of government. Okay, they heard concerns last night, whether you was for or against the city manager, a petition that is calling for a city manager form of government as opposed to a mayor city council form of government. And so there will be other meetings going forward. And so hopefully the meetings that set ahead of us right now, govern yourself to attend those meetings. And please, when you come, be respectful. It don't cost you nothing. Be respectful. All right. Okay. Without any further ado, I want to go ahead and bring on my guest, Miss Carla Bohannon. I hope I'm pronouncing her name right, Miss Hannah Bohannon, Carla Bohannon. Excuse me, but I want to bring her on now, and let her tell her story in terms of that terrible incident that she experienced on that day in question. Okay, and so without any other further ado, I'm going to bring on my guest, Miss Carla Bohannon. Well, how
Good
you
evening.
doing, Miss Carla? Can I just call you Miss Carla? That long B word, that kind of get me tongue tied. You know, is it okay if I
Just
call
say
you Miss
Carly
Carla?
B.
Pardon me.
Just say Carly B.
All right, Carla B. All right, Miss Carla B. And so, how you doing, Miss Carla B?
I'm doing good. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine. As I say, we know we've been running behind in schedule. The minute I heard of this terrible ordeal that you experienced, it just, I don't know, it did something to me because I have daughters, okay? And I wouldn't know what to think had they endured what you endured. And so I'm sorry that you had to go through that. But let's go ahead and get into it. I want you to first tell a little bit about yourself, you know, that type of thing, family woman, marriage, job wise. So just go ahead and give us a snapshot of exactly who is Miss Carla B.
Well, I don't want y'all being too nosy, but I grew
All
up in
right.
Black though.
Okay.
Cleveland, Ohio though. Moved to Jonesboro a little over a year ago.
Uh huh.
I have two children and I am an entrepreneur. So
All
the
right.
gate
So tell us about the entrepreneurship. Is it a service, a product, what you serve? I mean, exactly. I mean, what is your business?
yes, I have a transportation company and I also have a consulting company.
Well, all right then. That's something good to say. I mean, we're trying to promote. We're trying to promote your business as well. Love to see young people, take that step out, you know, starting, developing their own business. And you say you got two?
Yes, sir.
Well, all right. Then I think that also deserves a round of applause. All right. Well, okay then. Let's go ahead and get into the show. Now, on that terrible day in question,
Mm-hmm.
I understand you was coming from Jonesboro, Arkansas, correct? All right. And you was traveling Highway 18 going, what's that, going east? I believe coming
Yes,
east
sir.
this way. And so, uh,
Yeah.
and you also, I imagine, will had to drive through. Those most of us who are accustomed to driving through that area, you have to come through a little city called Manila, Arkansas. Correct.
Yes, sir.
So just give us a brief snapshot right now, because I know that I'm gonna try my very best not to ask you questions that may become a legal concern down the road. And so I'm going to be very careful not to ask you any questions that may become a legal matter. And I'll also ask you to keep that same thing in mind. If there's any question that you are uncomfortable with answering, then we'll just go ahead and admit that question and move on. Okay.
All right.
Okay. So just go ahead and walk us through it as you're driving on Highway 18 coming
Mm-hmm.
east. Just talk to us. What happened that particular day in question?
Yes. So I was traveling to Blytheville to surprise my cousin with a birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I when I realized there was a cop behind me, I initially thought that he was behind me to pass me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I moved over to my right lane, and he stayed behind me. So then I went ahead and pulled over.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Once I pulled over, I was met with the cop who said he pulled me over for texting and driving. I let him know that I wasn't. texting and driving, and even showed him my phone. Um, he asked for the typical things: my driver's license, registration, insurance. I gave him those things. He went back to his vehicle. After he left and went to his vehicle, another officer came up that I now know to be Hunter Hope. I did not know who he was at the time because he approached the vehicle very aggressively and didn't introduce himself.
Mm-hmm.
Demanded that I exit my vehicle. I had just been told that I was pulled over for texting and driving, so I was confused. And I asked, why, trying to figure out what's going on. He told me because he said so. And I continued to ask why. He was very, very aggressive in a way that put me on guard because being pulled over for texting and driving and being met with someone who is being aggressive was just wasn't matching up. I began to try to call my children's father because at the same time he's saying that I was finna go to jail. He asked the other cop, who was Brandon Petty, um, he asked him, "What's your probable cause?" And he told him texting and driving. And he let me know
Okay.
that I was going to jail. And I still didn't know why. He reached in my vehicle. I exited the vehicle. He began to be very rough with me. Gets me in handcuffs,
Mm-hmm.
have me up against the vehicle. At this time, my children are starting to cry, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. They're talking to their father on the phone. Um, they detained me, had me on the side of the road, and I'm still not knowing why. Still not knowing
Mm-hmm.
why. I'm still asking why. Um, I don't have any warrants. I don't even have a speeding ticket. So I was
Okay.
very confused on why I was going through what I was going through. And after being met with Hunter Holt, um, I don't want to make any assumptions on his mood or anything, but I began to fear what was going to happen to me in front of my children.
All right.
Uh,
Rightfully so. You
yes.
know.
And yeah, that's the gist of it. As I was on the side of the road, still trying to figure out what happened, they started to make statements that I could have had drugs on me,
Uh huh.
which wasn't the case at all. Um, yeah.
And so what we want to do right now, I did have their picture up here. Let me go in. Uh, I want to bring these two guys. Uh, I want to bring them on. I want to bring their pictures on. Okay. Here we go. Right here. Uh, I want to bring these two guys' pictures on. Let everyone get a good look at them. Because you never know. You may be driving over in that area. And I think we need to know that when we have officers that may very well have some kind of history being excessive in terms of when they're dealing with motorists driving through the city of Manila. And so let me bring their pictures on right now, and we want to show that. Let me go up here right now. Okay, I got them right here. And I want to try to bring these guys. Let me blow this one up. And I want you to tell me right now, if I can go back, this particular officer right here, is this the first officer that stopped you?
Yes.
Okay, and as you understand, his name is Officer who?
Brandon Petty.
Brandon Petty,
Correct.
and look like he have another uniform on. So maybe he has two jobs, correct? He works for the city of Manila as well as the Mississippi County Sheriff Department.
Yes, to my understanding, because he had on navy blue,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
possibly black.
Uh huh. And as we can see right here, trying to blow him up a little bit. And as we can see right here, that's the other guy right there. Let's go back. Bring Petty back up. And so as we can see, he have a brown uniform on here. Don't want to confuse the audience. Want the audience to know if you're looking on. He works for the sheriff department as well as the Manila Police Department. But on the particular day in question, where Miss Carla B was stopped, he was patrolling the streets for Manila, that area that is, and he was the officer, was dressed in navy blue or black uniform, police uniform that is, who stopped at Miss Carla B. So talk to us about that. When he, well, let me get this other guy first. Let's show him as well. But the guy that was very excessive, if we may use that word, excessive, is this guy here. And this is Officer Hoke, right?
Holt, yes.
Okay. I forgot his first name. Is it Hunter? Hunter Hoke?
Hunter Holt.
Okay. And this was the officer here that we're showing right now. This was the officer that actually was very excessive, not just in his action, but really had an aggressive voice.
Yes.
Okay. Now after after Officer Petty had taken all your information, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And to my understanding, Officer Petty was going back, I guess, to run your, the routine stuff, your license, registration, that type of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And prior to waiting, it's my understanding that is when Officer Hunter Hoax, that's when he approached you.
Yes.
And I want you to keep that thought right there, okay? And we want to play this video just to show the audience exactly how aggressive his conduct was, his actions, okay? And so we're going to play that now, all right?
Get her out. Get her out. You didn't make it this far. Step out.
For what?
Because I told you to.
For what?
Step out.
For what?
I'm not going to tell you again. Step out. What's your probable cause?
Texting and driving.
I was not
Step out.
texting.
Step out now. Get out.
Come on. Sir, no, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Stop.
In the car.
Stop.
Daryl. It is some cops out here.
Because you're going to jail.
What am I going to jail about?
Stop.
Sir, I'm on my
Right now, stop.
Stop what? I'm not doing
Put your hands behind your back.
Daryl, I am headed to Bly when these cops are
You're going to
pulling me
jail.
over. What am I going to jail for? My kids in the car. Daryl, my car is pulled over. My kids is in the car.
Take her phone.
My kids is in...
Stop.
Stop what? What am I doing? Ma'am, what am I doing? What am I going to jail for?
Well, you went 4 miles with me behind you running code, trying to get you to stop.
Okay, sir. And I stopped, pulled over.
Will you pat her down?
Yeah,
You're going to be all right, bud.
my kids in the police.
We're beyond that.
I don't have
You could have stepped out, no problem. We're beyond that.
How far, where did she take off at?
He's been following her since town, I guess.
Do what?
Where'd you let her up at?
Fort Fleeman.
Which floor?
Did she speed away?
No, she never got over the speed limit. She just wouldn't pull over. So I passed, or she passed me, she was on her phone doing this. So I got behind her, lit her up, and she never pulled. Then I had the siren on time I cut it off when I heard you talking. I turned it off so I could hear you talk.
You have failure to yield to emergency vehicle. Refusal to submit to arrest. And the texting and driving.
Hold on 1 second, sir. This is this boy's dad. Are y'all want me to speak to him at all?
In just a second.
I'm was trying to call their dad. That's it.
Sir, this officer's gonna speak with you in just a second, okay? Just give us 1 minute, all right? Sir, this other officer's gonna speak to you in just a second, okay?
Hey, this is Sergeant Hope Manila. We are on Highway 18 in between Dale and Roseland. They lit her up in the city limits of Manila, and we're almost to Dale. It's called breaking the law, and I'm not going to argue with you. You can go to jail as well if you want to come back to full.
Okay, I want to stop right there. That is your husband that is on the phone with the officer, trying to get an understanding as to what is going on with you in terms of the arrest, correct?
Yes.
And did you hear what I heard? Where this officer, the way that he spoke to a concerned husband about the incident in terms of what's going on with his wife, did you hear the sarcastic, disrespectful remark that he said to your husband that if he come out there and act a fool, he can go to jail too? Did you hear that?
Yes, sir.
That was very dismissive. That was very disrespectful. And so I wanted to pause right there to let the public know exactly the mentality, mind-wise, of it speaks to his conduct, his character, what I'm saying. And so I just wanted them to hear that. Okay? So let's go ahead and finish it.
Well, I'm trying to explain it, and you're being smart about everything. It don't matter if she's a woman or not. We still got state laws to follow. What'd she do? She was texting and driving, then she refused to stop for my officer. That's what she done. She's probably going to jail for the way she acted. But I will let you know here directly, okay? In between Dell and Roseland.
We're going to just watch a little bit more of it. We're going to shut it down.
Head towards Jonesboro, you'll see us. Well, go towards Blytheville.
I'm sorry if I upset them, but I just tried to call their father because I have a 3-year-old and a 10-year-old in the car. This not right.
Here you go, bub. Just hang tight, okay? Ma'am, it's not right that you act like that in front of your kids.
I didn't do nothing.
When I ask you to step out of the vehicle, for what? Because I asked you to.
But I just
then you refused.
No, sir. I
yes, ma'am.
Call their father, and that's what I did. I didn't record you. I didn't.
I don't care. I don't care if you record me or not.
I didn't. I'm saying I didn't do anything to upset you. I just wanted to call their father.
But when we need you out of the vehicle, that means get out of the vehicle.
I'm sorry.
Okay?
I was just trying to call their father. Look, my baby is crying.
What, bub?
Get in the car. Get in the car, baby.
Here,
Get in the car.
It's fine, bub.
It's not fun. Look
you done it.
No, sir.
We didn't ask to be all the way out here, out of our city limits, having to stop you.
Sorry.
You take accountability for your actions.
I'm not saying I'm sorry.
I think he's still not listening. I'm trying to be careful with my words too, because it's really sickening, his conduct. And then he tried to gaslight you like it's your fault. Right in front of your children. Your children, they're terrified, they're crying, and it's almost as if he just don't care. Just have to just call it for what it is. As we can see, this Officer Petty, he's not wearing his body cam. Only thing he have that's sitting right there in the middle of his chest is a radio. Okay? And I would think that whenever you're coming into encounters with the public, you should have your body cam already activated. And clearly we see here he's not equipped with one, which should be part of his gear, necessary gear, when he go out and begin to start his shift and what we consider to be protecting and serving the community. So this officer conduct, it's tough for me to hear it and see it, and I know it must be tough for you and your family, but we're going to get through this here real quickly.
I'm sorry.
So,
Multiple times.
stop. Give us time.
Sorry.
You're not listening at all. Will you watch them for 2 seconds?
Yes, I will.
Come on. Go ahead.
We're going to turn it off in a minute once we hear him speak with his captain or either his chief.
She don't have numbers.
Okay. Like I said, if she was going faster, I'd say more.
She just fought with us.
Yeah. What you gonna do?
Sure, stop.
With the kids here, I'd say side.
Your dad's on his way. You got failure to yield. I mean, she had to hear you.
Yeah.
And we got her out of the vehicle because she failed to yield. And she refused to go in handcuffs. It's a refusal to submit all day.
Side board arrest.
Well, that's a risk, bro. It would have been citable if she would have just complied.
Yeah.
She pushed it. She escalated it. She escalated it to the top. We would have got there.
I was just trying. I didn't know what was finna happen. Can you please just understand that? I didn't know what was going on.
I understand your point, okay? But you got to understand our point.
And I do. And that's why I apologized immediately. I'm not trying to upset y'all.
I'm not upset. It's not personal. It's business,
wanted
okay?
To call their father.
We would have got to that, okay?
I didn't know.
But just listen to me. It's not personal. I'm not mad at you. I wouldn't care if we would have been in the field. I still wouldn't have been mad at you.
Okay.
Just using it as an example, okay?
Okay.
The problem I have, though, is we ain't trying to scare your kids. We have a job to do at the end of the day. Do you work somewhere?
Yes, sir.
Just like you have a job to do.
Yes, sir.
My officer, we're what, 6 miles almost from our city? That's a long time not to stop.
I mean, I'm sorry. I literally was not looking in my rearview mirror.
I even had sirens on.
I didn't hear it. I literally didn't hear it. As soon as I looked and seen you, I went on ahead and got over it.
I mean, we already called a pursuit because we thought you was running.
No.
Because you don't have to be going fast to run from the police.
But if I was running, I didn't speed up. I didn't change speed. I didn't change lanes. I literally was not looking in my rearview mirror. That's it. I'm doing the speed limit. I'm not looking in the rearview mirror. That's it. I don't have no warrants. I don't get ticked, nothing. I have no reason to run from you all.
Well, I understand that, but at the end of the day, when we tell you to get out, you gotta comply.
And I had every intention on getting out. I just wanted to
because
get my phone.
I don't know you from Adam.
Want to
You
get
don't
to
know
the
me. I
part
don't
what
know
you're
what you
talking
have in
to
that car.
when he's talking
You
to
might-
his
you might not, but
captain or
somebody
his
might
chief,
one day.
and then
And
So
we'll,
we gotta treat
we'll shut it
we
down
gotta treat
after that.
everybody.
Approaching me, not knowing.
We
I understand that, but then on my end, I'm not knowing you followed me that far back.
Yeah, he followed you a while.
I didn't
Let me-
look at
let me
it from my
speed
view.
this
I
up a
didn't
little
know
bit.
you were following me that long. I
You
pulled
didn't hear
over.
the siren?
I did not. I did not. If you get in my Jeep and drive, it's hard to hear anything on the outside of your vehicle.
Okay.
And when you came to me, my music isn't up loud, nothing. It's almost soundproof in there.
I got you.
As soon as I seen it, I didn't speed up, I didn't slow down, I didn't do anything.
So where are you from?
I'm driving from Jonesboro. I'm literally on the way to do a surprise party for my cousin. I got the cake in the trunk and everything.
Okay, here we go. know this hard
You
to.
can show me out with him. Hello?
Hey,
Did you hear me on the radio at the time?
I heard you asking what the probable cause was, and that was it.
Yeah, that's all I was asking. How many times I asked it?
I just heard it once.
I replied back, didn't
Okay.
Um,
No, he kept talking to you.
I don't know what happened.
I just heard it once.
I replied back, didn't
Okay.
Look like we got some
he kept talking to you.
I just heard it once.
internet problems here. I don't know if that's on my end or theirs.
He kept talking to you and you never answered. So what was the PC?
Texting.
I just heard it once.
I replied back, didn't
Okay. He kept talking to you and you never answered. So what was the PC?
Texting and driving. This is what we got going on, okay?
Okay,
She, I guess, wasn't paying attention. I
Got
asked
some
her.
internet
I just heard
problems
it.
here.
I just heard it once.
give me just a minute.
Okay. He kept talking to you and you never answered. So what was the PC?
Texting and driving. This is what we got going on, okay? She, I guess, wasn't paying attention. I asked her to get out of the car. She said, "For what?" I said, "Because I told you to." Well, she's like, "Well, I need." She started playing on her. Well. She's like, "Well, I need." She started playing on her. She started playing on her phone. Well, we got her out, and I went to grab. I opened the door, and I went to grab her arm.
Internet
And when I did,
problems
she
here.
yanked away from me. I put her in one cuff, and she started turning.
How far is the
Give me
day?
just 1 minute.
Hey, Ted.
I wanted to play this part. And Miss Carla B, you still can hear me, correct?
Yes, I can still hear you.
I just wanted to show this
Hold on,
part
I'm just
to
having
where
people I stopped
the
today, didn't you?
insensitivity that was coming from either the captain or the police chief. And then after that, I'm pretty much gonna shut it down.
I go tell you taking her to jail.
I'm
Okay,
about to.
look like we back up now. Okay,
She needs to. She got anybody to come get the kids?
okay, here we go.
Nah. Okay. Simple.
Take it back a little bit more.
Because she didn't.
Well, we got her out, and I went to grab. I opened the door, and I went to grab her arm, and when I did, she.
That's how you can show me out with him. Hello?
Hey,
Did you hear me on the radio at the time?
I heard you asking what the
Okay, here we
probable
go,
cause
right
was,
here.
and that was it.
Yeah, that's all I was asking. How many times I asked it?
I just heard it once.
I replied back, didn't
Okay. He kept talking to you and you never answered. So what was the PC?
Texting and driving. This is what we got going on, okay? She, I guess, wasn't paying attention. I asked her to get out of the car. She said, "For what?" I said, "Because I told you to." Well, she's like, "Well, I need." She started playing on her. She started playing on her phone. Well, we got her out, and I went to grab. I opened the door, and I went to grab her arm, and when I did, she yanked away from me. I put her in one cuff, and she started turning around on me. I slammed her against the hood of the car, put her in cuffs. The problem I have is she has 2 kids with her.
So?
Okay, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to show right there. Hold up for a minute.
Soundproof in there.
I got you.
Hold up for a minute.
As soon as I see
Did you hear that? That when the officer, I'm guessing now. I don't know, but I'm guessing he either speaking with his Captain Lancaster is his name for the Manila Police Department, or I imagine he's speaking with Jackie Hill, who is the chief of police of the Manila Police Department. And I wanted the viewers to hear that. I mean, the lack of empathy, the lack of consideration, I mean, for your children. When this officer stated that you have 2 children with you, and his response was, "So." Did you hear that? And I just want to make sure the viewers hear that. I don't know if I can even. I don't even know if I can take it back, but I wanted the viewers to hear that. I mean, that was very, very inconsiderate. I mean,
As
the
soon
lack
as
of
I seen, I
empathy.
didn't speed up. I didn't slow down. I didn't do anything.
So where are you from?
He said,
I'm from Jonesboro. I'm literally on the way to do a surprise.
okay, I took it back too far. Okay, here we go, right here. And then we'll shut it down after this. Here we go, right here.
You can show me out with him. Hello?
Hi.
Did you hear me on the radio at the time?
I heard you asking what the probable cause was, and that was it.
Yeah, that's all I was asking. How many times I asked it?
I just heard it once.
I replied back, didn't
Okay.
I?
No, he kept talking to you. He never answered. So what was the big C?
Texting and driving. This is what we got going on, okay? She, I guess, wasn't paying attention. I asked her to get out of the car. She said, for what? I said, because I told you to. Well, she's like, well, she started playing on her. She started playing on her phone. Well, we got her out, and I opened the door, and I went to grab her arm, and when I did, she yanked away from me. I put her in one cuff, and she started turning around on me. I slammed her against the hood of the car, put her in cuffs. The problem I have is she has 2 kids with her.
So, where's
Okay, we're gonna
where's
stop
your family
right there.
at?
Gone.
How old's your 15?
She's grown. I don't know how old is she, Petty?
She's born in
Okay.
The kids are like a what?
91. Kids are like 3 and 10.
She's 30 something.
3 and 10. So you got danger and welfare minors.
Okay,
in
let me go
towns.
ahead and shut this down. Unless of course you want to continue. Do you want me to continue to shut it down?
That's enough.
Okay, I figured it's hard to listen to and watch. Let me go ahead and put us back on right now. Get rid of this other stuff here. Okay, I get you back on now. Now, I know that was hard to watch for you. I'm sorry, but we had to show that because the people need to see that. They need to see what you endured, on that particular day. I mean, they need to see that. And again, and I want to put this officer face back up there. I want everybody to know this officer. This is the officer that actually put you through that ordeal. His name is Hunter Holt, Holt, I believe. But this is the officer that was very, very excessive as he threatened to arrest you and and all other kind of complaints, or if you will, or allegedly things that you have done. So I wanted everyone to see this guy. This guy is Hunter Hoax. There's some other things that I'm hearing about Mr. Hoax, but until I get further information, I'm going to hold that now. But from what I understand about this officer, you don't want to be stopped by him. As you can see, it may not turn out too good for you. And so I wanted the public to see him, to get an understanding as to, who he is and where he work at and whole 9 yards. And so I know that was very difficult for you. I'm glad you and your husband allow me to show it to the audience. And how terrified your children were. Just a hard ordeal to to be put through. I imagine your husband is probably, as he stated earlier, he don't want to see it. It's hard for any man to come through and want to witness how his wife is, you know, somewhat being treated like that. And so I understand, how he feel about that. And so let's talk about that. How do you feel hearing to where? Well, let's talk about your kids first.
Okay.
Okay. I know you had mentioned that your children was in the car, and then he tried to flip the script that it was something that you had done to cause him to act the way that he acted. So speak to that. I mean, kind of like he gaslighted you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And in that situation, I had to realize that I did not have no control or power in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the hardest things for me to endure while watching and listening to that is to hear me apologize for a wrong do, trying to de-escalate the situation, me begging and pleading and crying, trying to de-escalate and calm Hope down when I don't even know why he was so angry. The
Mm-hmm.
initial stop is texting and driving. So I don't understand um, the escalation or his anger during this situation. My children are struggling with this situation.
Mm-hmm.
My 10-year old is currently in counseling from this situation. And that is the hardest thing of all for me and his father. Um, is watching him struggle with this situation. He thought cops were good, and if you're not doing wrong, you won't be harmed. And he's struggling with this situation.
So this was a very traumatic experience for your
Yes, sir.
children, to where it comes to a point to where you have to get them some type of physical, I mean, some type of therapy, just someone to talk to them to help them deal with what they're going through. And so this was very traumatic for your son, as I heard.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And your son is how old?
He's 10.
10 years old. That's young.
Mm-hmm.
That's young to where he has to live with that. And so
Yeah.
that's actually, I think I talked to you earlier before we started the show. That really, it really ticked me off. I mean, it had me angry. I mean, to see the lack of empathy that he showed for your children or yourself, and
Yeah.
I do think it was excessive. We put that question up there on the screen. We asked it. Was this a case to where it was just, it was just excessive, and I do think it was. I want to make sure that everybody understand where we're coming from when we're speaking of certain police officers. And here you go, right here. But I do think that this conduct was very, very excessive in terms of what he put you through. And just, no one should have went through that. What I'm trying to get to, and so this was excessive force. Wasn't necessary by the Manila police officer, and so. But I'll let you go ahead and elaborate a little bit more in terms of when you heard I imagine that was his chief or either his captain that he was speaking with in regards to you. I know you heard when he stated that you had 2 children in the vehicle with you. And the response from whoever was on the other end, I'm saying it was his captain, his chief of police. I don't know. I don't know if it was a dispatch or not, but I'm thinking it was his captain or either his chief. When they responded to you having 2 children in your car, and the other end, either a captain or the chief responded, so did that somewhat do something to you? I mean, to have the lack of empathy, concern as to possibly you going to jail and there's no one there for your children. The father, he's on the way. He's telling them he on the way. And then they get smart with your husband. Excuse me. Your husband is telling them that he's on his way, and he's terrified as well, and trying to get an understanding of what's going on with you. And then we hear the cop somewhat threaten your husband. Just jump to conclusion, and you come out here acting a fool, you go to jail too. I mean, oh Lord, I'll let you talk. But and what is your and your husband? I don't know if he's still around, but if he wanna speak to that, what I just stated in terms of him trying to get some concern as to what was going through his mind, knowing that what you was being put through, you and the children, that is, that's tough for a man. And so if I don't want to exclude him, and I know he's probably there sitting around where you're at right now, and if he care to speak, I'll go ahead and wave this time to him now.
Yes, he's coming over. I
All right.
believe that would have upset any parent. I didn't
Oh,
get to hear
most certainly.
I didn't get to hear that statement until watching the videos. But to think they had that much lack of empathy for someone who was texting and driving,
Hmm.
I could only imagine if someone come through speeding or actually doing something,
Uh-huh.
the treatment they would get. Um, but here is my children's father. He will speak to
Well, all right.
how it made him feel as well.
Well, all right, sir. How you doing, Mr. Bohannon? You doing all right?
Yes, sir. I'm doing good. How you doing?
All right. So I'm trying to learn names here. So I kind of pronounced it right, didn't I, Mr. Bohannon?
Daryl.
All right. And
That's my
and
name.
as I stated to your wife, and I like to state to you too, I'm so sorry what your wife and your children had to endure on that terrible day. Nobody should ever be put through that, especially the lack of respect, the lack of concern, not just for your wife, but more importantly, your children. Right. And, I tell you, tough to watch. But when you was trying, and this is what I want to ask you, and I'll let you share whatever you want to share. But what really struck me is that when you was trying to get an understanding from what I was hearing, about them, detaining your wife and threatening her with going to jail. So I imagine, that is not a calm moment for you to be talking, in a soft voice. And so when he stated, if you come out here and act a fool too, you will go to jail. What went through your mind?
So much at the time, like it was everything was going so fast. A lot of emotions
Right.
going through. Number one, I'm literally not there to help to defend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Man,
I feel you.
Right. All of this was killing me. And then on top of it, coming from Jonesboro, so that's a little ride, you know what I mean? It's not
right.
So I was just angry, man.
Right.
Then to hear my son over the phone in his voice, he was crying and stuff.
Right.
Like,
I feel you. 100.
That I wish on no parent. Like, yeah. So it was a horrible experience.
And it didn't appear that you, from what I was listening to, it didn't appear that you said anything that would cause him to respond like that. It's almost like he felt like he didn't have a need to talk to you.
Right.
That's the way I took it.
I didn't say anything out the way. I was just Like what could she have possibly have did? You know what I'm saying? A woman with children is to
Right.
me at least is harmless. It don't matter, right? White woman, black woman, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's completely harmless. And for him to, you know what I'm saying? Like I could tell, you know, I heard her in the background, and it was just a lot, man. You know what I mean? So,
Just so much going on, and your children, they're crying, and at the same time you're wondering, what is going on with your wife, and then on top of that, you got to have an officer speak the way that he spoke to you,
yeah,
you know, and that will piss any man, woman, or just someone just looking on, and but the threat of taking her to jail. And so as I understand right now, when you did get there, I mean, did you finally get there before, I mean, did they let her go before you got there, or when you got there, was everything pretty much had dispersed, or what?
yeah. So they had let her go way
Okay.
before.
Okay, so you never arrived on the scene.
I never arrived on the scene.
Okay. Once you found out that they was just gonna give her a citation and let her go.
Yeah, that was a relief, but still
Yeah.
highly
Yeah.
pissed.
Yeah. It don't change the fact of what they put your family through.
Exactly.
Yeah. I understand that. Well, how would you like to see this thing, Hannah? I mean, should these guys, now, Officer Petty, to his credit, now that's the one that was in the brown uniform. Officer Petty, although he was the cause of the stop, I don't know how his eyes were that good where he can, he can zero in on her with a moving vehicle, and determine she texting and driving. And so I don't know how he can explain that. It's going to be something I like to hear when that court date come up. How he able to zero in on and see what she got on her hand and what she doing. It could have been a cup of ice, could have been a comb, but he, in his mind, it must be a cell phone, And so, in saying all that, do you all anticipate on seeking some type of legal opinion in terms of,
Absolutely.
what happened to your wife and your children?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And what do you think need to happen to this cop right now? Should he be fired?
What do you want me to be politically correct or?
No.
Yeah. Well, like I say, we don't want you to say something you can't take back. Okay.
Right.
Right. I know we're on the internet, so I'm gonna keep it.
Right.
But absolutely needs to get fired for sure.
Correct.
I mean, he's not even in shape to be a cop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He needs to be fired. He needs to go work at a warehouse or something.
Yeah. He don't have the temperament.
Nah, none of that. You know what I mean? He don't.
And what really ticked me off, he shows up late. You already got an Officer Petty. He already on the scene. He already everything that he needed from your wife, whether it's license, registration. He had everything that he needed to go back to his vehicle to do what they do routinely, to run the license plates, the ID, that type of thing. Yeah. Meanwhile, here come Officer Hope. I guess, he missed whatever action that he was wanting to take part in. And without him identifying himself, first he instruct Officer Petty, get her out. I don't know if you heard it. Get her out. Yes, ain't asked what's going on or nothing. Hadn't even come to want to investigate, anything about the stop or whatever. He just immediately say, get her out. And when he walks up to your wife, don't identify himself. Don't tell her what she did wrong. But with a real, nasty voice, get out.
Yeah.
And she's trying to get an understanding and asking why. Because I say so. Get out. Yeah. Just real nasty. And so your wife proceed to get out, up on his command because she see now that he's agitated. Okay, for whatever reason, he's agitated.
Yeah.
So she gets out and not even telling her she's on the wrist, just grab her arms, and physically, manhandle her,
Right.
and that right there, that'll make any man upset, make any man angry, touching your wife, especially while your kids is sitting inside the vehicle and they terrified.
Yes, sir.
And then want to flip it, want to gaslight your wife
Yeah.
like it's her fault. And so, but I wanted to extend this time to you because, brother, I tell you, I know what was going through your mind. I know what you want to say now. And yes, like any other man, this me talking now. I want you to say nothing. This me talking. And like any other man, I imagine any other man would have had to lay hands on him.
Oh yeah.
You just don't touch nobody's wife, and do what he did. I don't know if he's married or not, but I know that he wouldn't want no one to put his wife through what he put your wife through.
Absolutely.
And so that's me talking. That ain't you, cause I just want you to be cool.
Yeah,
But the officers need to know that they are not above the law. The very same laws that has been passed by our state legislators, they must obey those very same laws. They are not above the law. And so, but anything else, I want to extend this time to you. Anything else you would like to add to this terrible ordeal that your wife was put through?
Nah, I ain't, cause I ain't really just got nothing good to say. So
Yeah.
I ain't at all. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad that you didn't get out there because I don't know. This might be a different show, what we're talking about now. And so, I mean, that's your wife and your children. And so that's why I'm saying I'm glad you didn't get out there. I'm glad everything was handled the way it was. They, cited your wife and, and they let your wife and your children, get to their destination safely. And so, but again, if I can be of any help with y'all going forward, please let me know.
Yes, sir. We will.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Miss Carla B, is there any other thing that you like to add? And I tell you, your husband, I tell you, sound like a loving man that and another thing I pick up, you don't mess with his family. And I think you know him a whole lot better than I just know him just for a couple of minutes. And I can see that what he feel. Let me just leave it at that. But again, I want to say I thank you for coming on, sharing your story, exposing the nasty, corrupt behavior that is going on with the Manila Police Department. This is the second time that I've interviewed or that I covered incident as it relates to the Manila Police Department. Back here a couple of months ago, maybe 2 months ago, I carried a show to where a young man was tased over at the water park in front of his children and in front of his insignificant other, his girlfriend. And so those kids over there, they was frightened, seeing that their daddy was being tased for only his speech. Didn't touch anyone. He was being tased for his speech. I imagine there was something else why he was tased for, but Manila, Arkansas is definitely getting a history. In fact, it already has a history. I think it's fair for me to say that I always caution anyone that when they're going through Manila, Arkansas, please be careful, because Manila, Arkansas has a history that is not good to black people. Okay? Manila was considered, it's all documented, it's all history. Manila was considered what they call a sundown town. Okay? For those that don't, is not familiar with that term, a sundown town simply is saying to anything that don't look white. If you black, I don't know about Hispanics and other, but if you black, you don't want to go through Manila. Or put like this here, you don't want to let the dog catch you. That's why they call it Sundown Town. There's history there. And that's just one of the areas in Arkansas that has a history of racism. And they're known or called by the name Sundown Towns. And so I want to thank you and your husband. And I hope your children, get through this just fine. As you say, he thought good about polices at one point, but after he saw and witnessed what was going on his mom, he got a whole new perspective about police officers now. Only because this cop right here, one cop done messed it up for everybody. Yeah. So, again, if I can be of any more help, going forward, with you and your family, trying to get some assistance as to what you and your children endured, please do make contact with me. And I wouldn't dare close without leaving you and your husband the final words before I close. Is there anything other thing? I know your husband said he was done. Is there any other thing that you would like to add or you would like to see happen? I ask you the same question as to what this officer put you and your family through. What would you like to see happen?
I would like to see them say what they did was wrong.
Okay, for one, for sure.
For Holt to say that he was wrong. He admitted he slammed me on the hood, a slam that led me to having cut wrist and swollen wrist.
Mm-hmm.
And I want us to, I know Holt was the aggressive one, but I don't want us to move too far past. None of this would have happened had Brandon Petty not did a false stop. Had he not did that initial false stop, none of this would have happened.
Yeah.
And he did not have a body cam on that would have helped so much in this case.
Okay.
He didn't have that on. So we cannot move past that because his false stop and him not wearing his equipment plays a major role in it. So he did not physically hurt me. He wasn't aggressive, but he is acting immorally as well. Just like Holt did.
Exactly.
So what I would like to see in this is a change in the system, is a change in these two officers. That's what I would like.
And most definitely. I mean, because as you indicated, we don't want to blow this thing up. So although that Officer Holt had the most reckless attitude and conduct, but we can't undermine or minimize the action that initially was taken by Officer Petty, the one with the bionic eyes that was able to zero in on your vehicle inside of it and see exactly that you had a phone in your hand, not a tablet, not a billfold, not a comb. He determined it was a cell phone. And your vehicle was moving. It wasn't stationary. It wasn't still. You was traveling. And he able to get behind you. Well, actually you passed him, which was, and if you're driving, it's more like a split second. When a car passes you, it's just like a split second. And so I find it hard to believe that within a split second, he was able to determine you had a cell phone in your hand.
Don't let the captain get away either.
Oh yeah. Now that Captain Lancaster, I want to say this here. I've been dealing with him going through the FOIA, Freedom of Information Act. That's where you make a request to get certain information from them, that is documentation or whatever. And but I hadn't spoken with him over the phone, but sometimes you can deal with people text messaging and email, and you can sense what type of person that you're dealing with, and based on he and I correspondence in email, I mean, it's almost like he felt entitled, as if he didn't even have to speak to me. He didn't have to answer me. He didn't have to give me anything. But those who know Tony Hollis, I've been doing this for a while, is that I'm just not going to take no for an answer. I have dealt with many Captain Lancasters before him. I don't deal with other Lancasters. He wasn't no different. You know, he appeared to me for his leadership skills. If that was him truly stated, so when it came to the one officer explaining to him that you had two children, if that was him or the police chief, if that was either one of them spoke in a manner that they spoke, right now they both should turn in their badge. What kind of conduct is that for you to respond to your officer when he have shared with you that he have a female and she has two children, and the officer respond so again, Officer Lancaster, if you're listening, I know you're listening, or you're gonna see this here sometime down the road. You need to be fired. I'm just gonna be blunt. Officer, is his first name Steve? Steve Lancaster, that's his name. And I'm saying it. I'm saying it right now on this live broadcast. If that's the conduct that is coming from your high-ranking officer, which is and I'm not gonna leave out Jackie Hill because he knew about it too. Chief Jackie Hill and Captain Steve Lancaster, both of you gentlemen need to be fired. They need to be fired to condone the actions of Officer Hoke and Petty in terms of what they put you through and what they put your children through. The mayor of that particular city, which I don't think he's gonna do it, but he need to fire those two guys. They need to be fired. And if I'm speaking too strong when I say terminated, they definitely need to be disciplined. And I'm not talking about no taking off for 6 weeks and suspending them without pay and all that. They need to be demoted or fired. They shouldn't have no job on the police department. I mean, with that kind of attitude. And I'm being generous when I say demotion. But they actually, they need to be looking for another line of work. They should have no place in serving the public. I mean, that's their job. They are public servant. They're not soldiers, okay? They want to confuse their title with military people, militants, Militants are soldiers. They train to go to war. They're not military. They are public servant to serve the people. And they confuse that sometimes. And so I totally agree with you, Officer Petty. He should be, disciplined as well. None of this would have happened had it not been for him making that little weak call. I'm just calling it that. I want to say something else, but I'm just going to call it weak call. He made that little weak call, mind-wise, stating that you had a cell phone in your hand. And they were not even listening to you. You was trying to explain to them. It's almost like they weren't even listening. They didn't care.
It's like Hulk mind was made once he came to my vehicle. His mind was already exactly how that was going to go and what was going to happen. Because the entire time I'm asking, why am I going to jail? He told me I was going to go to jail before I got out of the car. Before I got out of the car. He eventually said, "Oh, you resisted arrest, but you had told me I was going to jail before I ever even got out." I didn't resist him. He got me out of the car. Because I heard on the video, he said I was playing on the phone. I know. I said, let me call my kid's father. I seen how aggressive he was being.
Right.
It was
exactly
too far. I said, let me call my kid's father. And I got out of the vehicle. I have the phone still in my hand, so I'm still trying to tell him, get here. And I'm saying that on the video.
I hear you. I heard you.
They pulled me over. That's not resisting. That's trying to get my children some help.
Yeah.
So about. I
You
was trying.
calling for help.
Yes.
You calling for help, which is the man, your husband, of your family, who is your protector. And he want to gaslight you like you the one escalated the situation.
Yes, and like I told him, I said I didn't resist you. I stood up here. I haven't cussed at y'all. I haven't been irate.
No,
I
not one bit.
and I would tell anybody when you're in that situation, do what you can to get home to your family.
Thank you. I'm
Don't
glad you
look
brought that
around.
up. I was
Don't
going to ask you that. How
I
would
didn't
you how
give
would
a
you recommend to the next person who endured what you went through?
beg
What
and plead.
advice would you give them? And I'm hearing you answer
Don't go
now.
through Manila, Arkansas.
Beg and plead. Do what they're saying to the best of your ability.
I heard your husband say what?
He said, "Don't go through Manila, Arkansas."
Well, it's a sundown. Just don't let the dog catch you.
It was broad daylight, so I don't even know if it's
In
sundown
other words, it don't
yesterday.
make a difference now.
No, it don't make a difference
Okay,
now.
all
It's
right.
broad light.
All right. I feel you. I
Broad
feel you.
daylight. But yes, just do understand when you got the power and when you don't. In them moments when they are having a power trip in their uniform,
Hmm.
do what they're saying. Do what you have to do to get home to your family and handle it later, as we are doing now. And I would love for us to be on, come back and be able to talk with you once all of this is handled and we can
Almost
breathe
definitely.
and say what we really want to say.
Almost definitely. And that's a promise. Don't you all be a stranger. Uh, whenever the court day come up, I actually like to be at the court hearing as well. Uh, and like I say, come back. You have my information. If there's any new developments, court dates or whatever, please holler at me. And you always have a base, you and your husband both. You always have a base here to come and share whatever information that need to be shared as it relates to what you two are going through and your family, of course, and your children.
Yes, sir. And I thank you so much.
No problem. Well, I want to say, may you all have a blessed remaining night. I know we got started late and we probably went over a little bit, but I think it was all good information that was shared. Believe it or not, your story is helping somebody as we speak.
I hope so.
Okay, then. You take care of Miss Carla B and Mr. Bohannon and you as well.
Alrighty.
Yes, sir.
All right, now. Bye-bye. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is my show for today. I had the young lady, as you see, Miss Carla Bohannon. She said I can call her Carla B, Miss Carla B. And so it's very frightening what she endured that particular day, her and her children. As you heard, her husband was very, very upset. Imagine a man, you the protector of your family. You're hearing your children screaming and hollering and, your wife as well, it's almost like they're being attacked and you are not there. You can't help them. And then when you get the person who's responsible for putting your family through what they put you through, he threatened you. In other words, practically call you a fool. You can come out here and act a fool and you go to jail too. A man that is concerned with his family and this officer speak in that manner. And then on top of that, you have his commander, I'm thinking, which was his captain or either his chief. He definitely wasn't talking to the dispatcher, so we can scratch that out right now. I know I said dispatcher, I included the dispatcher, but no, he wasn't talking to a dispatcher. Officer Hoke was talking to one or two people. And that was either Officer Lancaster, Captain Lancaster, I believe is his ranking, and Chief Jackie Hill. And if we can look and see what type of attitude, mindset that's coming from the top, the ranking officer, we already know everything below them is just as corrupt. Okay? It's just as disrespectful. And these officers, they have no place in performing what we consider to be public serving or having a job that is called public servant. They should have no business serving the public in any capacity with the mindset that they have. Don't even have any type of empathy for children. Okay? And a female, as we read, are the weaker vessel. Try to say that Mrs. Carla B was resistant when all she was trying to do was get an understanding. And not for one time did he identify himself, tell her what she was being arrested for, didn't read her rights. I didn't hear it. None of that. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to come back next week, and I'm going to do about 1 or 2 more other shows, and I'm going to shut it down for the holidays, and we're all going to get ready for a good old 2025 family Thanksgiving. Okay? And so until then, I want to say peace and love, and may you all have a blessed remaining night. And yes, please do continue to go to these meetings as it relates to the petition that is in circulation to try a city manager form of government as opposed to what we have now, a mayor city council form of government. There is a petition out in circulation. There's going to be many other opportunities for you to go and participate as to why you feel that we either need a city manager form of government or not. And so there's going to be other meetings that you can attend. All right. Again, Michael Miller Brooks is having something to come up. I think I have it over here. I want to go over here and find it for you again. It's right here. He have something coming up again, and it's the us. Okay, that stands for Unity for Success. The next meeting is October the 15th, 2025, downtown historic Black Business District. That's on Ash Street. Okay, that's on Ash Street. A place where many of you, as old as I am, that's where we used to party, down on Ash Street. So you go in that little vicinity. I think Sister Dunn, I still call her Sister Dunn, Sister K, they have businesses down on Ash Street. They own property down on Ash Street. So if you know of Sister Dunn, Mother Dunn, and Sister K, if you know of them, then you know the location I'm talking about. October the 15th, 2025, downtown Blyville, what is known to be the historic Black Business District. Okay? So I want to say peace and love, and may God bless, and may God keep you all until we see each other again. All right? So, getting ready to go get me something to eat. I'm looking over here at my board to see if anybody is speaking to me. I'm sorry, you all. I didn't get no comments tonight, so I did something wrong again. But I'm going to post this video later and let you all go ahead and take the opportunity to view it for yourselves. Okay. So until then, I want to say peace and love. May God bless, and may God keep you all. Bye-bye. say, ladies and gentlemen, please do catch me every Thursday is the date that I run my shows. Lately, I've been all over the place, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But anyway, please do send me your information if you have a desire to want to come on the Tony Hollis Live talk show, testify. You may messenger me, you may text me, call me. My number that you can reach me on this for this show, that is. My number being, I had my number up here somewhere. I'll go over here and find it. But it's 870 740 1515. That's my number to call in to my show if you ever should want to give a comment or whatever. I also have a call-in feature that I'm going to be setting up where I can take calls now. If you don't have time to text or you driving and you wish to just speak, I will send you my barcode. You just scan it. What will happen then? You will get a message, if you will, where you will share or open what it is. Excuse me, not share, but you will open. Once you open, it will go ahead and allow you to connect your mic. Give it okay, that is, and give it okay for your camera. Once you do that, you are connected with me to join me on the Tony Hollis Live talk show, testify. Okay? And so you all be good now, and I wouldn't dare close out without telling you to please, please, please do jump over